Hello, I'm Carolyn Wade. I am an artist, art therapist, counselor, and I organize healing art retreats. Um, what I would like to have you do today and share with you is doing a simple mind map to kind of visually just see what you're doing for self care, what you might want to bring more energy and feeling in regarding self care. So, what we're going to start with is just a simple sketch pad, piece of paper, computer paper, whatever you've got, and a pen. So this is a really simple one, doesn't require a bunch of materials. And what you're going to do is in the very middle of the page is write self-care. So you have a little self-care bubble in the middle. And then from there, you're going to make lines coming out with other bubbles. Right, so we've got the different bubbles going around, and this can get really extensive, so you may end up going where you've got a line coming up through past that one to do another one there. You can even go from, okay, if I'm doing self-care, maybe I am doing a spa day. Right, so a spa day. So now what does that spa day look like to you? So maybe that's a pedicure. Maybe on a day from home, maybe the pedicure, you go out for a pedicure, but maybe at home you do a foot soak. Okay, maybe you might even go out and get your hair done, get pedicure, manicure, like the whole everything, right? But then maybe at home you do a face mask. Right, so that's going to be kind of an extension from what a spa day might look like for self-care. Right, so just different ideas coming off of there. Other things for self-care, think about what you enjoy doing, what really fills your heart, right? So like I like doing the foot soaks and things like that. Bubble bath might even go in there, or that might be a separate thing, so you might even put that somewhere else. Self-care could look like exercise. So you might have one bubble that says exercise, and then from there you might even put little extensions for the types of exercise. So maybe you put yoga, maybe you put walking, riding a bike, playing tennis, pickleball, going golfing, like whatever the thing is, might go underneath exercise, going to the gym. Maybe another area could be healthy eating. So over here I might put healthy eating, and then what does that look like to me? So the healthy eating might also include staying hydrated. Now I could put staying hydrated on its own, but I could put water just as part of the healthy eating, and then maybe more fish for the healthy omegas, that kind of thing. So that can kind of be an extension off of that. So think about what you currently do for your self-care routines, put those in there, but then also include the things that you really love for self-care that maybe you don't get to do very often. So like I often say, the ocean has my heart. I'm currently not living near the ocean, and so I don't get to see it. So I have pictures of the ocean around, and I often listen to ocean sounds. So the ocean is a part of my self-care, and if I lived near it, I would go to it more often because it's just part of what kind of fills me up and fills my cup, right? So the ocean's self-care for me. Like I said, I improvise, and so I'll listen to the sound of the ocean, things like that. So play around with it, and then just kind of, I'll give you a few more ideas that I've written down before. So cuddling with my puppies is one of them. So you might put your animals on there. You could put things regarding family and self-care that involves doing things with family. spending time with friends. Maybe, like for me, creating art is actually a really big part of my own self care. So I love doing what I do and helping others use creative outlets for their own self care and their own healing. Because I find that for me, being creative and creating some sort of art, even if it's just doodling, right? It doesn't have to be some giant masterpiece. Um, but those things really fill my cup. So I enjoy painting and drawing. Somebody else might really be into sculpting. Someone else might enjoy knitting, crocheting. So anything to kind of work those creative muscles and just kind of relax sometimes, those are just really good for kind of getting into a flow and into a zone of relaxation. Um, I've also put on here that I've listed before, dressing up. So part of my self care is I love to be able to dress nice, do my hair, do my makeup, things like that. So whatever makes you feel like extra comfortable or extra confident, things like that might be a part of your self care. Maybe taking vitamins daily, that might go with part of health. So maybe you put a bubble for health, and then from there goes the healthy eating, and then taking vitamins, supplements, things of that nature. Listening to music, dancing, singing, those things might be part of your self care. I love going out and doing karaoke. So I don't do it very often, but I love doing it. It's just kind of a fun thing to do. And so I would consider that part of self care. Setting healthy boundaries is also a part of self care. So I did want to make sure I bring that up because setting boundaries with your time, being able to manage your time, being a time ninja, as one of my mentors would call it, where you're able to block out time and this is what I'm going to get done and this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to set these boundaries that, you know, my family or my friends or whoever know that this is what I'm doing at this time. And then you're kind of committing that for yourself, and you'll honor that in yourself and you'll feel better when you've set those healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries extend into other areas of our lives as well. And when we need to say no, and we usually get a gut feeling when we should probably say no. So listen to that. Listen to your gut feeling. Like if something is like, I don't feel good about this, listen to it, because more times than not, it's telling you not to do things. Now sometimes anxiety comes up, anxiousness, right? For anything. Anxiousness and excitement sometimes feel the same in the body. So you might feel like, oh, am I anxious? But maybe it's also a little excitement. So yeah, I think, those are just things to kind of think about there. Sleep. I have sleep down as a really important self-care. Getting good quality sleep is important. I've already mentioned going for a walk, doing yoga. Sex is also an important part of self-care. So sexual health and taking care of yourself and your needs, and if you're with a partner, being able to communicate well can all be part of your self-care and intimacy. Cooking, that might also go along with the healthy eating, if that was on yours. I have cooking and trying new recipes. So for me, I really enjoy trying new recipes. It's fun to test something out. Hopefully it turns out. Not always, but most of the time I can usually find some good recipes to try out. Let's see. Is there anything else I have listed? Those are the basics that I have on mine. I also put things like enjoying watching movies, like a rom-com for me, comedy shows, things like that. So yeah, play with it. What it will do for you then is it gives you, this is one I've done before, it's a little smudged up, but it just kind of gives you a visual. Gives you a visual of the things that you enjoy doing, the things you know can fill you up, and do more self-care. Make sure you're practicing self-care, right? So when you look at the list, go, oh, well, I haven't really been doing these things, but I would really like to get back into doing that. And I know I feel better when I do this one thing. And how can I implement that into my daily routine or my weekly routine? Obviously, certain things aren't going to happen daily, but maybe once a week you're able to go do kind of a spa day thing, or hang out with your girlfriends and go do something together. So it's not necessarily things that you have to do every day, right? But then there's self-care things that you might do every day. So I have enjoying a cup of tea. So I enjoy tea. So I like to be able to get up in the morning, get ready, enjoy that cup of tea. And that's part of my just like kind of a routine, but it kind of just makes me feel good, right? So think about the things that you already do. So you can reflect back and go, okay, these are the things I am doing. And then go, oh, here's some things I used to do that I haven't been doing. Start implementing those and kind of take notice of how you feel. This gives you a really good visual just to kind of look at it and go, oh, I haven't even thought about that in a while. And other things might arise and you might add more things to it later. So I hope you have fun with this. It's pretty simple, nothing too crazy to get into. But I wanted to give you a little something to help you with kind of examining what self-care practices you are doing and what you would like to implement more of in your routine. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.